Mike. Of the total number of staff and students, 20% are staff and 45% are male students. In addition, there are 70 female students. How many staff members are there in the institute? Start by figuring out what percent of the total number of staff and students at this school are female students. So if we have 100% would equal 20% of the staff plus 45% of the male students plus whatever the percent of female students is. So that would be X, an unknown, right? So we can kind of start to solve. We can do 20 plus 45 would give us 65 plus X, and then we can subtract 65 from both sides. When we do this, we would need to borrow, so we'd have 10. We can't borrow from 0, so we would need to borrow from 1. 10 would become 9. 10 minus 5 would give us 5. 9 minus 6 would give us 3. So the female students, the percentage of female students is 35%. Now that we have that info, we can set up some proportional ratios to find our answer. So let's start by saying 70 female students out of an unknown total number of staff and students is equal to 35% out of 100. Here we can cross multiply. 35 times our mystery number, we can call that x, so 35x is equal to, the other side of the equation would be 70 times 100. 70, add your 2 zeros from 100, 7,000, right? Then we opposite operations. Divide both sides by 35. If I were to set up a quick long division, how many times can 35 go into 70? Let's try very quickly. 35 times 2. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 70. So it is going to go in 2 times with no remainder. We would bring down 0. It can go in 0 times. We'd bring down 0. It can go in 0 times. So x is going to equal 200. So there are 200 total bodies in this school of staff and students combined. Now with this piece of information, we can make a final set of proportional ratios that will help us find how many staff members there are in the school. How many staff members out of 200 staff members, out of 200 total people in the entire school, staff and students, would be equal to 20% out of 100? And then we cross multiply again. 2 times 2 is 4. Should have 3 zeros because we have 1, 2, 3 zeros here. And then is equal to 100 times x. Opposite operations, divide both sides by 100. We can just cross out our zeros here. And we are left with 40 equals x. So there are 40 total staff members. Answer choice D.